The following is a special presentation of the First Horizon Greene Sports Zone. This is the Baileyton Drug Company BNW show. Welcome back to First Horizon's Greene Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company BNW show, where we cover everything on the court with the North Greene Huskies and Lady Huskies basketball teams. We'll recap last Friday's game with Cherokee and talk about both of those games with the boys and girls and preview this week's action against West Greene and the Holiday Classics that both teams are competing in. But first, we need a word in from our sponsors first. So we'll be right back after these quick messages here on First Horizon's Greene Sports Zone. The Baileyton Drug Company BNW show is brought to you by Gateway Ford Nissan, Tommy's Plumbing, Baileyton Drug Company, and by First Horizon Bank.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Welcome back to First Horizon's Greene Sports Zone, and welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company BNW show, where we cover everything on the court with the North Greene Huskies and Lady Huskies basketball team. I'm joined here with Lady Huskies head coach James Buchanan, Huskies head coach Matt Weems. Fellas, how we doing today?
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas.
School's almost over.
Get a break.
You switched up on us this week.
We had an extended lunch period today. Those are always fun.
Yeah.
We had cornhole. We had free hot chocolate. We had, what else do we have, Coach?
We had a fight.
We had a fight. I hadn't heard that. See, when you start giving them freedom,
That's what happens.
some of them can't handle it.
Give an inch, they take a mile.
These
quote.
varmints. Nah, for the most part, we got a dandy school here. I think it's only second fight I think I've heard of all year. Do pretty good. My wife, his mother, in there cracking skulls. You ever seen that movie?
What movie?
The Breakfast Club, where they all have to go to
It's been
Saturday
a
detention.
long time.
That's not even from my era. I think that's before my day. Well, it may have been the 80s. I may have been real little. But they all have to go to Saturday detention, and the assistant principal's in there with them all day. And that's his catchphrase, cracking skulls. I don't think you say it now.
I just don't get called to it, I
Well,
guess.
if you threaten to crack a kid's skull, you're going to jail.
Not a good look.
Times
Well-
have changed.
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
What's your favorite Christmas carol, Tyler? I didn't say Christmas song, because there are some crappy Christmas songs. I want to know what your favorite Christmas carol is.
All right, well, I've got a question for you after that. Probably We Wish You a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
It's the easiest one.
It's one line.
Yeah, it's easy. What's your least favorite Christmas song? You said there's some
Oh,
crappy
I
ones.
hate, there's two of them.
Okay.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time. You heard that?
No.
No.
Dun dun. Da 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 da. Dun dun. Oh, 98.5 plays Christmas music like from Thanksgiving all the way through New Year's. And every time that it comes on, I have to change it. I hate that song. And the other one is a little more modern. I know you boys will know this one. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and the very next day, you gave it away. Hate it.
There's been about too many covers of that song.
Hate it. What's your... We wish you Merry Christmas. That's it. Coach,
Favorite
what about
carol?
yours?
I like Silent Night.
That's a good
Ooh,
one.
a classic.
It's a good one.
I've heard that Silent Night is the most popular Christmas song in history.
Silent Night?
Yeah.
Really?
Now, my personal favorite may be Oh Holy Night.
That's a good one. Okay. You like Feliz Navidad?
No,
Why not?
it's not even American.
It doesn't have to. So it has to be American for you
Yes.
to like it?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Tyler, here's a trivia question.
I'm not good at these.
Holy Night and Silent Night are all revolved around a night where something unique happened. The birth of someone.
Jesus.
You got it.
There we go. Hey, for once I get
One
a trivia
for
question
one.
right.
Shall we
Don't give me
play
any more.
Christmas
No,
trivia?
don't give me any more because I suck at it.
Okay.
History does not bid me well when it comes to trivia on this show. Now, we did wrestling theme music trivia. I knocked that one
Yeah,
out
you
of the
did good
park.
on it.
That was a 500-footer right there.
Speaking of wrestling, we know the masked man. We know his identity, and I called it from the beginning. You know why?
Did you call it?
I called
it too.
You know how? His traps.
Okay.
It wasn't a little guy. It had to be somebody. I mean, he had that black sweatshirt on, and he was popping up at his neck. I said, that's theory. He ain't been here forever. Ain't nobody got, that ain't Seth Rollins. Or, you know what would have been cool? I think this would have been cool if it had been Randy Orton. Would that not have been cool? He's the best heel anyway. They'd have had some explaining to do why he would join forces with that crew, but you don't think that'd have been neat?
No.
No. He's probably too close to the end for him to be doing shenanigans
I'd
like
say
that.
he's still got a while to go.
He may.
He's looking really good for his
He
age.
might. Who knows?
You watch wrestling?
No.
Dang.
Yeah.
We got a new co-host, and
We
you
got
don't know
another
wrestling either.
There's
Dang.
another one that don't know our lingo.
I
really didn't
know
like
some names. That's about it.
Well, you know John Cena.
I know
That was the biggest travesty in wrestling history. That was
favorite
horrific.
wrestler was Chris
I wish I hadn't even watched it.
So I can't talk about him.
Who?
My favorite wrestler,
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Chris Benoit.
We can talk about him. I mean,
choose not to.
It don't mean that we, condone what he did. Mental illness is a real thing, guys. That shut their mouth. But John Cena, his last match.
The whole retirement tour was bad.
I mean, you got him going heel in his last year. Bad idea. Then I heard there were some squabbles between Triple H and The Rock, which kind of ended the heel turn. And it was really weird how he flipped back face in like one episode.
And you choose to do it in August, the 8th month of a 12-month retirement tour.
I think the whole thing was botched. They let Triple H know it at the end of the event the other night, what they thought about him and his little planning. And I bet it had nothing to do with him. I bet it was all Cena's call. I bet he wanted to put Gunther over.
That, yes, but the whole retirement tour was bad.
Well, but, I mean,
I don't know who that technically all falls on.
His
but
catchphrase, never give up.
In the last
Unless
match.
Gunther has you in a sleeper hold, then you can give up, apparently. Just let him get pinned or something.
Here's a trivia question. John Cena, prior to Saturday night, only tapped out 3 times.
I didn't know he'd even tapped out ever. I thought it was never given.
Was that 23-year career? I'll give it to. They were both when he was a heel as the Doctor of Thugonomics. As a face, this is the only time he ever tapped out.
I wouldn't even know who was even.
One may be pretty easy because it was one of his better early rivalries that really made him more well known.
There was an era that I quit watching.
Yeah, that's true.
Because when it went to the Attitude Era, I was in college, and some of that stuff was so wild that you couldn't miss it. You couldn't wait till the next episode to see what they would do to top the previous one. But when I got married, it was around 2001 when I quit watching. Probably around 3 or 4.
Oh shoot, that's when it was.
I'll tell you the last straw. When the Undertaker put Stone Cold Steve Austin like on a cross, and they lifted him up as the show was going off the air one night, I thought, man, they've gone too far with this morbid, weirdo stuff with the Undertaker and all that. So I got out of it, and then my cousins there, Jonathan and Jeffrey Zavaleta, they started watching it when they were little, and they would start like saying names, and I'm like, wait a minute, I know what you're talking about. Some of those guys are still around. They were like, yeah. I started watching it again. They went to this PG deal.
Yeah.
So I missed the whole beginning of John Cena.
Coincidentally, I was telling somebody yesterday, you're the reason I got back into wrestling, because when we started this show, you started talking about it, and I was like,
trendsetter.
I kind of know some of these names, and I started watching the weekly highlights on YouTube.
There you go.
And I got
So
back.
who'd he tap out to?
Kurt Angle was one of them.
Makes
I
sense.
know who that is.
Chris Benoit
That was his
was
first
one.
match.
Benoit.
Benoit was the other one?
Chris Jericho. Those were
The
the
Walls,
three.
did he tap out to the
I
Walls?
I don't know, but I would
Crossface.
assume the Walls, Crippler Crossface, and the Angle Lock. Was it the ankle? It was the ankle lock, right? It was an ankle lock.
It's an ankle lock, but he called it the ankle
That's
lock.
what I thought.
How
An
about
ankle slam.
the rumors about Jericho maybe making one more WWE run?
I've heard the first Raw of 2026 is when he'll return.
January 5th, they're building it up.
That's good.
Yeah, Punk and
We got Braun Breaker
Yeah.
and Punk. All right, we need to get off that. Gee whiz. People watch this to watch basketball. Larry Bible has pulled on to our premises. He may need to come in here and see me for a second. So if I cut out,
Well, the good news is we've only got one game to talk about this week.
we got to preview some games. That'll be in the back half, right?
Well, the good part is we already previewed West Greene too.
Yeah, but I know more now.
You're right.
So we can do a double West Greene preview.
But
We're going to
before
give
we
away
do,
all the secrets of what we're doing tonight. And when will this episode drop?
after your game,
After the game, then you can watch this and be like, well, he was stupid. That didn't work.
this
Nah.
may be the only time that you can tell us everything that you're going to do during the game, and then later we can go back and we can see if you were right.
I'm
Because
not
it's
even
not
going
going
to tell
to
it anyway. It probably wouldn't make sense. It only makes sense to my messed up
This
head.
probably actually won't air until tomorrow.
Well, it don't matter either way. Nobody will know what I'm talking about. So
May not be a reason to air it tonight if everybody's down in Malsum watching y'all.
anything else going on in the county tonight? Who else plays?
Greenville girls are at Westridge, South Greene.
Where's Greenville's boys?
They are not playing tonight. I don't believe South Greene is playing tonight.
They played last night,
Played
didn't they?
University last night, yeah.
Yeah,
How'd that boys game go?
they won.
They won by about 30.
Who's they? I don't,
South
South
Greene.
Greene.
South Greene.
Greene, yeah.
Okay. By 30.
68, 37, or something like that. 67, 38.
Whoa. Trip to the woodshed.
And Chucky
He
Dope,
said it, not me.
I'm stumped. I know they play Thursday and Friday.
Okay, we'll talk about all that. What we got to talk about?
Cherokee, down in Rogersville. Who
Cherokee
goes first?
Chiefs. I lost first. You want me to go?
Usually you do rock, paper, scissors. I like that
Okay.
little trend.
Rock, paper, scissors.
That means you go right.
Does
Loser
it mean I
goes.
got loser goes first?
Yeah, loser goes.
Okay, well, we lost. We lost that game, Tyler. We were heartbroken. We went into the locker room and burst into tears. We were in there pulling hair and throwing clipboards. I'm just kidding. I don't think a loss in December is necessarily a horrible thing if it teaches. If you don't learn anything from a loss, then it's just double bad. But if it'll teach you something, especially maybe a non-conference game, then here's what they'll teach you. If you make a mistake, you must pay.
Cherokee.
They'll make you pay.
Yeah.
You can't leave people alone. Just very talented. If you don't guard certain actions correctly, they're going to score. If you don't sprint back in transition, they're going to score, which I thought we did fairly well with that. We may give up 6 fast break points. Second chance points, I think we did fairly well on that. We did good on the boards. But it was mainly our ball screen defense and some of the stuff they do in the half court. They have one set that they ran that we picked up on in film, and I thought we guarded it well. Overall, defensively, I think we held them to 49. So going into the fourth quarter, what was it, 31-30 or
32-31.
32-31? So, I thought for the most part we did okay defensively. Only down 1 going into the fourth. We were this ain't an excuse because you got the whole next man up mentality nowadays. But at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, when we're in fourth period and I'm packing the box and we're getting ready to load the bus, we left at about 2:30ish, 2:35. 30 minutes before we leave, I get a text from Eva's mom that she had gone to the school nurse and had a temperature of 103, felt terrible, so she went home. I think she had a horrible weekend, just sickness and running a fever. So we're glad to have her back. She was able to come out and practice yesterday, and she's eligible or available, whatever you call it, for tonight. But we missed her, just not having your point guard out there. We've played stretches without her this year, but not a whole game. And I think it kind of got us out of our rhythm. I felt limited in what I could call And it wasn't necessarily, I mean, Ella slid into the point guard spot, and she's had to do everything since she's been here. So her running it from the 1 wasn't as big an issue as some of the other people now running it from a different position. So I don't know that we called that many sets. We called a few that I think we're very familiar with from anywhere. But I just offensively don't think we played well. We did want to kind of slow the pace down a little bit. For the most part, I think they did okay with that. But just taking and making good shots. And they've got a lot to do with that, because I like their length and their overall team speed and their physicality. So, I mean, they got a good team. They've only lost 1 game all year, played a pretty tough schedule here in the early going. So, I mean, we don't, like, celebrate moral victories like, we held Cherokee to 49 and, you know, we were only down 1 going into the 4th. I mean, we're not celebrating that, but we were right there. And, you know, that tells me we can compete. That don't always mean you're going to win, but at least you feel good that you can be competitive with anybody around here in good old eastern Tennessee, southeastern United States, and Appalachia, mountain area. We're right there. So I guess that's about it.
That's all you got to say about that?
It's all. Still in mourning. Lost. Losing's. It's for the birds.
Transitioning over. Boys got down 17 at one point, made it a tight game at the end. I think 4 points with just a few minutes left to go, but couldn't get over that hump and get the win. Talk about overcoming that and attempting that comeback in the 4th.
Well, like I said, first half I thought we played pretty well. You know, we followed our scouting report pretty well. We kind of wanted to sag off some kids because on film that we had watched, a couple of them hadn't made too many jump shots, and lo and behold, when they played us, they made a couple. I think Cherokee made 11 threes on the night, which is the most we give up all year. So that kind of stung a little bit. But, and you know, the 3rd quarter, it kind of felt like we were in black ice. Like, I could call a timeout, but wheels are still spinning. We're still kind of going out of control. You know, even about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter, that run's still going on, and you know, we just weathered it, I felt like. But by the time that we started our run, we had dug ourselves in such a hole that, you know, it's just not sustainable to come back from down 7. That's hard to do. You know, we were down 4. I can't remember exactly how much time was left, but we had 2 possessions where I think we were down 4, and we turned it over both those possessions. You know, 4 of our 5 starters were in double digits, and Jaden's the one that didn't get in double digits, but Jaden guarded their best player all night, and I thought he did a really good job on him. So offensively, Jaden wasn't what we needed him to be, but defensively, Jaden was very good for us. Tyler got hot in the 2nd half. In the 4th quarter, he had 16. I think he made 3 threes in that quarter. Said the goal got real big for him. Isaac made a couple of shots. Thomas had a good game, and Havoc had a good game. So I think ultimately kind of what doomed us is we missed a couple free throws, and I can remember in my head 3 offensive rebounds that we allowed, and I think on all 3 of those they got a kick-out 3. So, and I think that's the best time to shoot a 3 is off of offensive rebound, and Cherokee made us pay. So I was proud of us for battling back in that ball game. Cherokee's a good team. Like I said, I've seen a lot of those kids play for several years now. And there's older and better, and Coach Fields did a great job with them, I felt like. But, you know, kind of like Coach said, a loss in December don't mean much if you can learn from it. But it also kind of showed us that, you know, we can play with anybody on our schedule. We just kind of got to lock in a little bit more, be a little bit more focused in order to get a W on the win column, because right now our record isn't what we want it to be. But, you know, I don't think your record necessarily matters in December.
Mm-hmm. Well, this record certainly doesn't matter. It only matters once you get into district action later on.
Exactly.
But you talked about how you talked with me after the game, and I asked you about some of the things you learned from that game, having more time to reflect on it now. What did you learn about that game against Cherokee that you'll take forward with you?
Well, I thought defensively, I didn't know how we would do pressing for a long, extended period of time, and I felt like we handled that very well. We sped them up, so that was an improvement, or that was kind of something I wasn't expecting us to be very good at. We ain't the biggest team in the world, but if you play hard, you kind of make up for some of that. And that, I think, pressing most of the second half, kind of, well, at least the fourth quarter, I think pressing kind of played to our advantage. So I like to see that. We scored the ball well. If I'd have told you we scored 70 points, or if you'd told me we scored 70 points, I'd have told you I figured we'd probably win that ball game. But we got to rebound a little bit better. Going back and watching film, I didn't like our rebounding effort. I think our leading rebounder had 6. I think you need to have 4 or 5 of them to have 6 rebounds. I think you need to rebound collectively as a group. We didn't have many turnovers, and I think we shot 60% from the field or something. It was a very high number. So overall, I mean, it was.
Saw a lot of layups.
Yeah, we got a lot of good looks.
Well, I mean, a positive I saw, and sometimes I don't get to really lock in and start paying attention until after halftime, but what little bit I was able to see there in the first half, looked like you broke their press with ease, and Havoc's down there finishing with layups. I mean, you're going to shoot a high percentage, so just being able to handle the press, I thought that was good.
We did. We handled that very well. A lot of our sets, we got looks that we want out of. We gave them a couple second chance opportunities, and I've been preaching rebounding since the day I got here. And I think that's rebounding and turning the ball, or turnovers, are probably the 2 biggest characteristics of basketball, in my opinion. So I've got to do a better job there.
If you're a high school kid and you like basketball and you want to play, I've told them there's 3 things that are a must, and you'll probably find playing time. Male, female, it don't matter. If you can take care of the ball, that's a must. You can't be one that's out there just throwing it away, or can't catch a pass, or that'll kill a team. So a turnover, they used to call us Toms when I was growing up, turnover machine. So if that's you, probably shouldn't be playing basketball. Or you can play, hang out, be a practice player, but getting in an important game is just hard if you're turning it over a lot. Another thing is, if you will rebound and play defense, if you're getting scored on all the time, or you're lost, can't find your man, or you're messing up whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, it's hard to play a kid that does that. But if you can do those 3 things, take care of the ball, defend, and rebound, and a 4th one if you want to throw in free throw shooting. So did I say anything about handling the ball, breaking people's ankles, hitting step-back 3s? Now, I mean, if you've got one of those teams that's just absolutely loaded, and everybody is, super talented, and they can do those things and a lot more, then, yeah, you might not play. But I'm just talking about, like, around here, a lot of the schools in our community, if you can do some of that type of stuff, you're going to find your way onto the court, at least for stretches here and there.
Exactly.
People don't understand how valuable that is. They just see the people scoring all the points, getting all the attention, but
There's a lot more to basketball than
there
scoring.
is.
All right, your least favorite part of the show. We got to get a word in from the sponsors
Money
first.
time.
All right, we'll cover the West Greene game and the Holiday Classics right after this, but first, we need a word from our sponsors first. We'll be right back after this quick break here on First Horizons Greene Sports Zone.
Here's a twist on your typical banking options. What if, instead of choosing between a big bank or a small bank, you had one bank that's the best of both? That's First Horizon. Big bank muscle with small bank hustle. Big bank convenience and small bank connection. When the best of big meets the best of small, you get it all. To help you on the road to your horizon. First Horizon Bank.
Baileyton Drug Company services the surrounding communities of Baileyton with excellent patient care using a full-line pharmacy, over-the-counter selections, and a convenient drive-thru. When you visit us, you are treated as a neighbor, not a number. It's not just our slogan, but our culture. We're invested in our patients, local schools, and community. For over 5 years now, we have established ourselves as an independently family-run pharmacy that isn't driven by corporate goals. We are driven by what is best for your overall health and wellness. We're conveniently located so you don't have to make the drive. Prescription drugs are just the tip of the iceberg. We also offer natural remedies, essential oils, at-home medical needs such as walkers, rollators, bath accessories, as well as wound care products. And coming soon, basic urgent care services. What makes us better than other drugstores out there? When you frequent Baileyton Drug, you will receive professional, courteous, and friendly service that goes above and beyond any other pharmacy in the area. Remember, you're a neighbor, not a number.
Tommy's Plumbing has been in business for 30 years, and we're still growing because we treat our customers like family. We are proud to do any job from kitchen faucet installation to a complete home repipe. Tommy's Plumbing offers warranties on most products installed by our technicians. When the job is done, our friendly professionals make sure to clean up. We invite you to visit our new showroom in Jonesboro to see our quality products for yourself. Tommy's is the only one to call when you need a fast, reliable, professional plumber in the Tri-Cities.
At many dealerships, you get what you'd expect. Games, gimmicks, and shady sales tactics. At Gateway Nissan in Greenville, expect the unexpected. Low prices, convenient service, and a great buying experience.
Get our Gateway exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty.
No worries for life.
You deserve the unexpected. It's the #1 reason you gotta get to Gateway.
Shop online at gatewaynissangreenville.com.
Or take the super short drive down Highway 11E to Gateway Nissan in Greenville.
Welcome back to First Horizons Green Sports Zone. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company BNW show, where we cover everything on the court with the North Greene Lady Huskies and North Greene Huskies basketball teams. As always, joined here with Lady Huskies head coach James Buchanan, Huskies head coach Matt Weems. We already previewed them last week. We'll get a double preview this time.
Did you say you hated Christmas?
No, I've never said I
Oh,
hated
it was Thanksgiving. You
it.
hated.
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm sorry. You didn't say you hate your family.
Whatever way you want to twist it, go for it.
I'm just trying to remember what was said. Here's my main reasoning in asking, are we going to have a show next week? That'll be hard.
No, what'll be hard is the week after.
Ladies Classic.
Yeah, that'll be the hard
Golly.
one. That's the week I usually don't do the shows.
Yeah.
During Christmas
Actually,
week.
the Ladies Classic is next week.
Technically, right, next week we need to do a show. You know why?
Why?
We need to do a gift exchange.
Gift exchange.
We
We'll
need
do a
the
show.
Christmas edition next
And we
week.
have Monday and Tuesday where
That's
neither
perfect.
one of us play.
We're here on Tuesday,
We'll probably
so we got a
both
whole
practice. What we probably need to do, Coach, we'll schedule this practice. Either you go early or I'll go early, and then we'll put about an hour in between the practices.
Okay.
Where we could both be here. That way one of us will either stay late or one will have to come early.
That'll work good.
And then, will that work with you?
It works for me.
All right.
You let me know the time. Monday
We'll
or
be
Tuesday.
here next week.
Christmas edition. So how are we going to do them? We just going to do them like last year?
I'm going to get 2 gifts. I'm going to get one for both of you boys.
That's how we're going to do it then.
What's a
Okey-dokey.
spending limit? $5?
I don't know.
You can't even. I went to the gas station and got a Dr. Enough and a candy bar, and that's
That's
over
over five, yeah.
That's over $5. The world that we live in. I miss the good old days. Dad would take us to the Crossroad Grocery on Saturday after a hard day of laboring outside in the fields. We could ride in the back of the truck with the tailgate down. Didn't have to worry about all these laws and all these criminals. You'd go get you a canned Dr. Pepper. Probably the only soft drink you drank the whole week. And I'd get a pack of football cards. They'd have a stick of gum in there about as hard as a brick. That's when I started collecting cards. I ought to bring my card collection someday.
You should.
I
I went
quit
through
years
that.
ago.
I bet
I
I have
quit.
15,000.
You
You
got
do?
more
I
than
have a
me.
huge
That's
collection.
awesome.
Well, I've got, they're
Huge
old,
collection.
and then I quit. But I guess probably the best card I might have is a Bo Jackson rookie. I've got a Bo Jackson football card. My brother-in-law, Jimmy, he gave me these were weird. There was a year where they did basketball cards. I got a Pete Maravich card, and it's like this big.
Was it those, like...
Yeah, I mean,
Rectangular looking.
I'd say it might be worth something. But I mean, I don't have anything real good, but that was a Saturday for me back in the good old days.
You ever seen the old Topps rookies where they have 3 players on the card and you can tear the player off?
Yeah.
That was crazy. They
Actually-
would have like 3 players on the card, like a normal size. Well, no, it wasn't a normal size card. It was a bigger card, but it had like a perforated tear where you could tear the singular player off.
Are they worth more now if they've not been?
You don't
Yes.
want card torn.
Because there are rookies like Dr. J's technical, like NBA rookie or like ones like that were on those top. So if you tore it off, you just cost yourself
Tell me about
so much
Jordan.
money.
His rookie year, I think, was 84.
But he's
his
in
rookie
Fleer
card
86.
is 86.
Yeah.
Did they not make basketball cards for a couple of years, or what's the story?
I don't
on
know the
that?
story behind
I don't
that,
know the story
actually.
behind
You
that
know who's
either.
got one?
Who?
Jamie
Matt
Ball.
played for him. Ted Hensley.
He's got one? I didn't know
Really?
that.
He said he had one. He said, I think I got one of them. And I said, Ted, if you've got it, you know you've got it. It ain't like you're wondering. He said, well, I'm pretty sure I might have one.
I know Jamie Ball.
So he
Really?
said something about bringing it one day and showing it to me.
That's collateral right there.
I was sitting at my desk one day, and I was writing something, so I had my head down. He threw that card down. It landed right in front of me, and I just backed away from it. I said, pick this up.
Was it in a top loader?
No, it wasn't.
Oh
in
my
nothing.
gosh,
It
Ted.
was just,
My gosh.
just hanging out there for all the world to
It was
grab.
raw?
Yeah.
Oh my Ted.
So I told him, I
I will
said,
bring
you
you.
got to
Coach
get some
thing.
kind of metal case or
I
something.
will bring you,
Coach
what is
thing.
it, like a, I can't
You got
remember
to put
the
a
name of it.
penny sleeve and a top loader on top of it.
No, that thing needs,
I don't
you need
know
that
nothing about all
one-touch
that.
thing where you
I got
screw it
those-
in.
books where I could get a book and
nine-
put them pages in
Yeah.
there. There's
Yeah.
9 or 12, how many ever you could fit on there, probably 9. That's what I did with mine.
We ought to come do that sometime. Just open up the cafeteria in here
Just
and just
open
bring
it up,
boxes.
show the card
Oh,
collection.
we'd have
I have a
fun.
lot.
We could spend a
We'll have to
whole
make sure
Saturday
the
in
cameras
here.
are turned on so nobody steals all those valuables.
Oh, we'd have a heck of a time. It's the most expensive card you got.
Remember Graham's baseball card shop? I bet it was closed when y'all were growing up. It was right there. There is a Mexican ice cream place there now. It's on your way to the Commons. What's the name of that place? Mexican ice cream. I promise it's here. It's in Greene County.
Where'd you say it was at?
You're going down Tusculum Boulevard
Okay.
toward the Commons from Eastview,
Okay.
and it's on the left.
It's on the left?
Past the little car dealership. I don't know the name of it. I just went there
No,
not long. I've only been once in my life. A fella from my church recommended it, so we went with
I know.
him one night.
Oh, Pelican Snowballs is on your right. That's the
No,
only thing I
going
can
down
think
through
of.
there, it's like got
It's on your left?
a pink and white sign. They got all these crazy forms of ice cream. They got your basic stuff too. But anyway, somewhere in that general area. Come on in, Mr. Bible. Come sit in my seat. Let all these viewers see the legend himself. Hey, I was just telling them, maybe you can help them. Merry Christmas. Thank you. You remember Graham's baseball card shop?
Absolutely.
Where was it at?
Over on Bernard Avenue.
Yeah, well, no, Tusculum Boulevard as you're approaching the Commons, right there on the left.
That was one place it was. It started on Bernard Avenue.
I see, that's before my time. This was Bernard Avenue. Now, what is the name of the ice cream place that's there now? It's like Mexican ice cream. Have you ever been there?
Actually, I have. Now, we're not going to get into that on this show.
We get into everything. But I was telling them about that we were talking about collecting cards, and I used to go to Graham's. And in 1991, November 7th, I don't know if that date rings a bell for any of you. November 7th, 91, I was in Graham's baseball card shop.
I wasn't alive.
And the guy behind the desk, which I
Parents weren't
assume was
even married
Graham,
yet.
I was in middle school. I was at Doak with Seth. My favorite team was the Lakers. My favorite player was Magic Johnson. And the guy
That's
behind
when
the
he
desk was
announced
talking
the
to a
AIDS.
man. And he said, "Did you hear? Magic Johnson's got HIV." And man, I was scared to death. I went home and turned the TV on. Of course, we had 3 channels on our television, but it was on every channel.
Right.
So that was the day that happened. I found that out at Graham's baseball card shop.
Yeah.
Tough day.
I've got a PSA 10 of every rookie quarterback from the 2020 NFL draft class in Prism Black. So I have about,
wow.
Yeah, I have a good little collection there.
2020. Was that Burrow?
Burrow, Herbert, Love, Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Mr.
Okay.
Bob's got a good card collection.
That's the topic as of right now. What's the most expensive trading card you have?
Oh, you don't want
Any
to hear
sport.
my trading card story.
Go ahead. We got all the time.
Well, my favorite all-time team of anybody, any team, is the 1961 Yankees. Okay? Now we're talking about Elston Howard, Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra, Joe Pepitone, Bobby Richardson, Clete Boyer, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris. I had the complete team set.
Oh, gosh.
Top set?
Tops
Okay.
set of the
Had.
1961.
I think the key word that sentence was had.
Had. We lived on Warrensburg Road. And you got to understand something about collecting cards. They truly were collecting cards back in those days, because if you were a Yankee fan, you knew every Dodger fan, you knew every, Brooklyn Dodger fan, it was Brooklyn Dodger back then. You knew every New York Giants fan, you knew every Red Sox fan. So when you bought a Topps piece of bubble gum, okay, it had a baseball card in it, and that's why they were called collecting cards. I collected the entire team set.
What would you do if you got like a Boston card? You go to the Boston
You
fan tree?
knew all the fans. You knew who rooted
talked
for
to
who, because in school, the old country stores, everybody collected cards. And I had a Ted Williams rookie card.
Oh, gosh.
Again, key word here.
Had.
Had.
So we lived on
he's just
Warrensburg
digging at this
Road
point.
when I was growing up, and I had a box. You wouldn't believe how big that box of cards was. And the collecting of cards ebbed and flowed over the years. Okay? Kind of like vinyl records now. You can't find CDs, but you can find vinyl records. Okay?
Making a comeback.
They're making a comeback. And so cards kind of disappeared during the late 70s, 80s. They just weren't, it just wasn't a thing. And I got married and moved out of the house. Didn't take my cards with me. I was living in a little 2-room apartment. And so my dad and mom built a new house down on the Pates Hill Road and moved. So I went down there one day and asked my daddy where my baseball cards was. I can't repeat on this show, but basically,
edit stuff.
Yeah, we edited that. But he told me, he said, son, I threw them away. Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Oof. Yeah. Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra. Yeah.
You ever heard the story of the 1952 top set and what they did with all the extras?
No.
1952 was the first year of Topps baseball, and I believe 52 was a big set. It had like Mantle's rookie, Eddie Matthews rookie, and maybe a very important Hank Aaron card. Well, back then it was the first set of Topps, so like they didn't really sell as well as they thought they would, so they just had a bunch left over. So you know what they did? They dumped them in the bottom of the Hudson River. There's billions of dollars worth of baseball cards that have just disintegrated in the Hudson River in New York.
You couldn't count how many Sandy Koufax cards I traded.
Wow.
I didn't want a Sandy Koufax card. I was a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want,
We're going to Mr. Bob's old stomping grounds tonight.
Old stomping ground.
How long were you the principal there?
I was the principal there 13 years. Coached
You
there.
taught at Mossine and taught at West Greene.
Well, I was the first. Mr. Parham told me I started something, but I was the first coach.
James Parham?
Yeah, Mr. Parham. I was the first coach to teach at one school and coaching another.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That became a popular trend.
Oh, yeah.
You were the first.
But Mr. Parham didn't like that.
No, nobody did.
Mr. Parham didn't like that, and he told me I started something. And but I went to Mossheim. My first year was Glenwood, of course, and then I went to Mossheim in '76. Booster Club hired me to help coach the West Greene football team.
Yeah.
First year I was at Mossheim, they paid me $10 a game. So I made $100 for helping coach West Greene football team while I was at Mossheim. And then the second year I was at Mossheim, I got the head baseball job at West Greene. And that's '77. And so.
And then you had a child in '78, didn't you?
I had a child in '78, I sure did. And so I was coaching all the sports at Mossheim and helping with the football team at West Greene, and then I got the baseball job at West Greene. So I was coaching all the sports at Mossheim and helping with West Greene football and head baseball coach at West Greene. So, and then in '78, they hired another coach at Mossheim, and I became kind of full-time at West Greene while I was still at Mossheim.
Yeah.
And in '79, '80, I went to West Greene to teach. So I
Been out there a lot.
spent a lot of time in Mossheim, yeah.
So now you're on the school board. Don't count those years. Just count the years as a teacher or administrator. How many did you pull?
Oh, don't count the school board year?
Don't count the school board yet.
Well, when I retired, I had 37 years.
37. And how much of it was on the west end?
All but the first year at Glenwood, and then in '96, '97, I went to Chucky Doak as assistant principal, and then '97 or '98, '99, I was at Otway, out here on this end of the county. So I've been in every geographic region of the county.
Went to South Greene.
Went to South Greene High School. I did my student teaching at South Greene. That's all. I never did. God didn't want me out there.
Yeah, I think that was me too.
Yeah.
Went there. Only time I go back is when we play them.
But we had a good time. We had a good time at West Greene, no doubt. I worked for my.
You gonna be here tonight?
I'm going to be there tonight.
We were just about to preview those games.
Well, I've seen all the county schools play now.
He'll edit this
Media
out.
fielders, come to the office.
I've seen all the Greene County schools play now. I saw y'all play South Greene. You got a hard-fought win, and Matt took them into overtime.
Two good games.
Two good games. And I saw Chucky Doak and West Greene play. And then this past week, I went down and watched West Greene and South Greene play. They split. West Greene girls, South Greene girls won, and West Greene boys won. So.
This is the Greene Sports Zone. So I think we're somehow obligated to talk about Greenville too. Have you seen them play?
I haven't seen Greenville play yet.
Put you on the spot there, didn't you?
Yeah, you did. I haven't seen Greenville play yet. I will. I'll get by and watch them play. I'll see some middle school games after Christmas.
Yep.
That's kind of part of my job with FCA.
Now, with school board, how many years have you done that?
Been on school board now 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
And been directing FCA, and that's where Mr. Bible's just really impacted our community. A lot of our students, athletes, been able to go to camps and have some really great experiences, and Mr. Bible works hard to make sure they can do that. So how long have you been working with FCA?
Counting my years as a sponsor or just on staff?
Just on staff.
On staff, 14 years.
It's been that long?
14 years, yeah.
Well, that's a nice BMW bio on Mr. Bible. I think we need to give it up. Mr. Bible.
Well, I I want to say one more thing before I get off the show here, James.
All right.
I thought about this coming out the road. You told me this show was going to be taped. He's mentioned a couple of places where I'm around the schools from an FCA standpoint, school board standpoint. And I just want to tell Greene County how blessed we are to have these two young, well, one of them's not so young, one of them's really young. Have these two young men coaching our young people, working with our young people, our coaches all over the county. We're so blessed because first and foremost, I know the hearts of all of them. They don't care to share their faith. They don't care to share Jesus with their kids. And I admire that about them so much. And this young man here, James Buchanan, kind of grew up in my house. I've had dealings with him for a number of years. He just celebrated his 500th victory. And I was fortunate enough to be out here when they honored him for that. 500 wins is amazing at one school. And I want to take this opportunity on this show to congratulate James on that.
You'd be the first. Our host seems to have forgotten that.
We didn't cover the 500.
But 500, well, you know, I coached a bunch of years, and you know, for 9 years at West Greene, I coached every sport. I was a defensive coordinator in football, head boys basketball, and baseball coach. And you know, all of my coaching together probably don't have 500 wins. I know I don't in basketball. I probably don't have a fifth that many in basketball, but it's quite an accomplishment, James.
Thank you.
And I'm glad I got this opportunity to.
Did you know the first place I ever watched cable television was at Mr. Bible's house? Had a sleepover one night. A bunch of us were over there from middle school, and we went over there. And the most amazing thing, there was a game on that would not have been on my TV because all I had was the major networks. So this was on ESPN, and not only did I get to see that game, but they ran the scores of the other games constantly at the bottom of the screen. First time I'd ever seen them. I thought, I'm in paradise. It's the greatest place I've ever been.
Yeah, we've got a lot of, James and I got a lot of good memories together.
We do.
If my son comes home right now, he's dean of a college over in North Carolina. If he comes home right now, we came to a game out at North Greene a couple, 3 years ago, and I sat by myself. He left me and went down and sat with James.
Good times.
Good times, yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, Mr.
Merry
Bobby.
Christmas, James.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, I've got to get to West Greene.
All right.
My secretary's retiring.
Okay, yeah, you better hurry. I ain't gonna forget that. I won't. One more time, Larry Bible. Let's give it up for the legend.
Boys, I gotta get out of here.
All right, see you, Mr. Bible.
That was cool.
Oh yeah. You never know what's gonna happen on the BNW show.
I should have let you have the seat right there. I don't know why I didn't get up.
It don't matter. You're the host.
That's just sometimes it ain't about me.
It ain't
It
about
ain't
me.
called the BNW show hosted by Tyler Nichols. It's the BNW show.
Then it's about all of us.
It's- no.
BNW.
Well, you got me on that one, but in all the other shows, it don't have my initial or my name
Well,
in
it
it.
should.
No.
Tyler, you're the real deal, buddy.
Got West Greene tonight.
Yep.
We doing a double preview?
Yeah.
Or you
Well,
want to sit on last week's preview?
last week I was just going off like my memories or stuff off the top of my head from when we had just recently played them. But now I've actually been able to go back and sit down and watch that film from start to finish, and saw a few things that hopefully will make a difference. It may, you never know about this sport. It may just backfire and blow up. But I don't think we played well that night, and I'm sure they don't think they played well either. I think both teams missed out on opportunities to get stops, missed out on opportunities to score. So we've identified some things. We may try something new tonight. Just depends on, I guess, the flow of the game. But we did work on a little something that we might try against other teams, but we would be letting it go for the first time tonight. I would like to take a look at it if the opportunity comes up, and then just moving some things around on offense to maybe not be so predictable is kind of what's in my mind tonight. So, but they do pose a lot of challenges. I think they've lost some close games. They've won a close game, I think, here recently with Crockett. So they're one of those teams where if you look at their record, it might lead you to believe that they're not having a very good year, but they've been right there in about all their games, I think, and they have the capabilities of beating probably anybody in their league, probably anybody in our league. So anyway, we're looking forward to getting to go over there and play. It's kind of odd that we're playing them this quick.
Yeah. Well, was it twice in
12 days? Yeah, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So we won't see them again until next year. But anyway, we're looking forward to just getting to go and getting to play, and hopefully we'll play well. We'll see how it goes. That's it for me.
What you got?
Well, hopefully better effort tonight against them. Like I said, I don't think that's one of our – I think that's probably the worst we have played all year. We shot the ball well. Credit to them, they made us play bad. So, like Coach said, there's some couple things. I got some ideas in my head I'd like to try out, see how it looks. You know, maybe we'll play a little bit better is what I'm hoping. Just as an overall group, that game against them in here, I was really disappointed. But I know we are better than what we showed, and we're excited to head down to Mossheim and try to see if we can steal one on the road.
I happened to just look on
What you got there?
eBay right there. I was just scrolling through, trying to find out how much a 1986
Because that's what most hosts do
Fleer.
when their guests are talking.
Yeah,
They
well,
scroll through their phone.
I'm creating another topic. I'm doing my research.
All right.
We like the cards.
The cheapest non-graded Michael Jordan 86 Fleer that I could find on eBay. Now I was scrolling. I could have skipped through. $3,000 was the worst one, and the corners are beat the heck up. So that
Ted's
is,
sitting on a fortune. Is that what you're telling me?
and he goes into your office and just slams it down on your table.
Yeah, just flipped
raw.
it out there like it wasn't nothing. So we got the Christmas episode next week. We'll recap. What's Coach going to talk about? We'll talk about West Greene.
Well, I think we've got a holiday classic each to talk about this week, too.
That's right. He's in the Big H. I'm in the Smoky Mountain.
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors again. Who's talking about it first?
There's no way.
Oh, finally.
Was that 9?
That's impressive.
I think it was 9.
Hey, we're in sync. We go to Gatlinburg. We play a team called Clay County, not the one. There's a Clay County in Tennessee that's usually really good single A boys and girls. Just the perennial powerhouse. It's not them. It's a Kentucky school. I have seen them on film. Last time I was on the show here, hadn't seen none of it. But we've collected about 3. They start late. They started in December. I guess maybe in Kentucky they got a different calendar as far as when they can start, but they haven't played as many games as we have, so I've got about every game so far that they've played, and they pose some challenges. Got a good post player inside with some good size, some good perimeter shooting. So we're looking forward to that challenge. That's our first round game. We've already been collecting film on both teams that we might play the next day. So that gets real busy. So thankfully we had, I don't know if I need to say this on social media or not, but we were going to do the drive back and forth from Gatlinburg to North Greene. And if you look at the game times, as far as working in a film study and a walkthrough, and then you got to add to that your travel time. And then you got to add to that when you want to watch these other teams play that you might end up playing on Friday or Saturday. So you got some scout time, travel time, walkthrough time, film time, and then you play the games too. I mean, it was going to really consume the whole 2.5 days from Thursday, Friday, and then half the day on Saturday, it was going to be hard. And I mentioned to the kids that it'd be nice if we could find a place to stay down there, and we had some money in our account. We thought it was going to wipe us dry, where we were going to have to spend everything we had to be able to stay down there in a little cabin or something. And we had a family, one of my players and her family just said, here, we got a spot, and you're more than welcome to stay at that spot. So we're thrilled about that. It's not going to cost us nothing to go down, and it really helps us as far as we'll have them together. We'll be able to study film. They've all exchanged names, and they do this Secret Santa deal. We'll be able to take them out to eat one night there. We have another family from our team that has volunteered to come down to the cabin and cook steak, baked potato, green beans. So, I mean, we just got some really good support here with our players and their families. So we're excited about going. Hopefully we can play well while we're there. Leave on Thursday, play on Thursday, come back Saturday. Hopefully we'll have 1, 2, hopefully 3 wins. That's it for me.
After that marathon of a rock, paper, scissors game, I guess it's your turn.
Well, we got Cott County literally tomorrow night. I've got a little bit of film on them. Like I said, most of my attention's kind of been on West Greene this week. I know North Greene played Cott County last year, and I think
that was the exact boys' schedule last year.
I believe
West Greene
it
on a
was.
Tuesday, Cott County on a Wednesday.
I think it was.
The Big H.
It's kind of repeated itself a little bit. Hopefully the outcome is a little different than it was last year. But Cott County, I believe they're a pretty good team. I looked at some of their scores, and I know the guy who coaches them, Casey, does a really good job with them. And some of those kids that go down there are some of those kids at Newport Grammar that I got coached against in years past. They're just bigger and probably more athletic now. But so that'll be a good matchup for us. And then the next night we could either play South Greene again or we could play Cosby, depending on the outcome of that game and the outcome of our game.
Drew this up.
That's we're gonna have a busy week. We've been tested, but we're kind of excited to maybe let's see if our tournament luck continues. It's kind of what we've been talking about. So,
What are you doing now, host? The hostest with the mostest. A Danny Weems card?
Just happened to look over there on the wall. You can find Danny Weems baseball cards on eBay, yeah.
$1.19.
Yeah.
I got a buddy that bought one.
Greenville Braves.
He bought one, brought it here, and had him sign it for him.
Durham Bulls.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
I thought about doing it for the show, too.
It's impressive. I don't care how cheap they are. It's impressive that we actually have somebody on our staff here that has a card.
Well, it's impressive that somebody from the high school was drafted to the MLB.
That's right.
That's incredible. It's phenomenal.
He told me the
How many
story
other
one
schools
day.
in Northeast Tennessee can say that?
As he told you about his, of course, it was hard to break through anyway. I mean, you're talking, he was in there with
Competing with
Smoltz
John
and
Smoltz and Glavin, yeah.
And Avery, Steve Avery, where
Steve Avery, yeah.
That's why his son's name's Avery. They were such good friends.
Really?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
But I think he had an injury, and he'd been grinding there in the minors for a few years. And when he had this injury and came back, they tried to make him start throwing submarine, and that's when he came to the house. I think that's when he decided it's time to do something else. But he got close.
He told me Deion Sanders hit a home run off of him in spring training.
Sick.
So
I tried to make that a segment the first year I did Danny Weems shows, do like a
He won't talk about it.
He wouldn't talk
He
about
don't
it,
want to
yeah.
talk about
I
it.
learned after about
Very
the
humble
second
guy.
week, I was like, I don't think he wants to talk about it, so I'll nip it in the butt. But that should be a
Danny's a good
special
guy.
all to itself right there.
Which he retired from teaching, but he's still helping Avery coach. And Avery takes off all the time. I mean, he just skips work.
Man has a baby
Constantly.
and just gets to miss all the time.
So his dad comes in and subs for him. Ain't that cool?
Yeah, that is
crazy.
cool.
Nah, Avery don't skip, but he had a kid. And
Looks just like him. It's terrifying.
times are changing.
That is cool. You can go on eBay right now and you can buy Danny Weems baseball card. Might have to buy all of them I can, and you can create a little shadow box of cards over there.
Montage,
for
right.
it.
What year
See,
did
you've
Avery
got-
graduate?
He was in 8th grade when I was a senior, so probably.
So you're older than him.
Yeah.
He's got a kid.
I'm behind.
Guess what, Coach?
I'm behind, I know it.
Time to get this thing going.
See, I see you've got space around his photo over there.
Oh, we can do anything.
Well, you
over
could
there.
fit
We
a
can
bunch
get
of
stuff
baseball
in there.
cards
Every
over
single
there.
card ever made of him.
Yeah, you can
Get him to
create
sign
something
one,
pretty
create
cool.
some one-on-ones. There's a card in there on that.
Yeah, that's
actually.
how I thought about it.
Hey, your
Uh-oh.
camera's dying.
Yep, we're dead. Battery's dying on us.
Uh-oh.
We better sign off. Plus,
Yep.
school's almost over.
Yeah, and it's a pain to get out of here in the pickup line, so.
You may be in a mess.
All right.
Bye.
That's all I
Merry
got this
Christmas.
week.
We'll see you
Yeah,
next
man.
time.
Christmas edition. Don't forget gifts.
Gifts, gotcha.
We'll exchange
Here, I
them
may
next
just
week.
open what Larry got me. And
That's
give it
all
to
we
you.
got this week. Thank you all for this week's edition of the Baileyton Drug Company BNW show. Look forward to seeing y'all next time here on First Horizons Green Sports Zone.
Let's see what Mr. Bible got me. What a guy. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Oh,
Texas Roadhouse.
TRs.
Woo!
Come get him some of them rolls.